Hey guys, Mary Meet, and I'm doing another tarot tag because I'm addicted. What can I say? I really enjoy doing this. I enjoy talking about tarot. I enjoy talking about my decks, that sort of thing. So yeah, so this tag is Tarot First Last Always. And the idea is that you show the first deck you ever got, the last deck you got, and the deck that you always go back to. So let's get started. This is my deck that I got when I was 12. My dad actually bought this for me for my 12th birthday. And so I just had my 30th anniversary of reading tarot, so that's kind of fun. We got it at this metaphysical bookstore called the Sphinx here in Atlanta. That was the coolest bookstore. I mean, it was like tiny, it was dingy, it was dusty, like everything smelled like incense. Yeah, no, they don't still smell, but they did for many, many years. They still smelled like just, Nag Champa incense. And yeah, so I read with these for maybe about 10 years until I got my next deck. So this is the Sacred Rose Tarot, and I actually still have the white book that I keep with these. And for the longest time, I used this to look up all the meanings of the cards. I don't know. This just cracks me up because this is like, these are very old. And yeah, they're copyright 1980 US game systems. So, and they're beautiful. I mean, they're really gorgeous. The art on these, I don't know how this is going to focus because I'm not seeing what's happening on the screen. I hope this works out. But the art on these is beautiful. There's the world, which I thought I had lost. I'm really glad I have that now. What did I lose then? I don't know. I need to go through because there was one card out of these that I was missing. Here is the Wheel of Fortune. I don't know how well that's going to focus. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here's a pretty one. The Ace of Wands. Yeah, and my nails look like shit too. Here we go. Four of Pentacles. I actually just got this card reversed today. Was it today or yesterday in my daily pull? Not out of this deck. I used the Wild Unknown for that, but ooh, here we go. This one's good. Five of Cups. Yeah, the art is just very, very expressive. I love this deck. It's very emotionally evocative. The images, just look how powerful that image is. Like, she's spilled these cups and she's like, she's crying. And it just really gives you that sense of that kind of despair. They're all like this. Some of them are kind of, not as right on. You have to know the meaning of the card because there aren't going to be the symbols here that show you. But the ones that do are just like amazing. But yeah, there's an interesting story behind this because my dad, again, he bought it for me when I was 12. And then he went on to be, later in life, he was always very encouraging when I was a kid, but later in life, he went on to be like a hardcore Southern Baptist Christian guy who thought that things like this were wrong. So it's just really, this deck it's got a lot of intense meaning for me, I guess. So yeah, so I'll always have this deck around. Yeah, it's just, it's gorgeous. Like, why would I not? Look at the King of Cups. Okay, this is the last one. King of Cups. But this one is Sacred Rose. And it has kind of a Rosicrucian bent, which I was fascinated by secret societies when I was 12 because I was a weird little nerd kid that liked all things metaphysical or weird. So, okay, so my latest deck is the Paulina Tarot. And it's still in the box, so that gives you an idea. I wanted this one because I wanted a spring deck. I wanted something that was like really pretty and springy and had some pretty colors and something that was lighthearted, okay? And I have been using it primarily for spring readings because of that. But it is like, okay, here's the Fool. I just brought it up. Yeah, I was about to say these aren't in order, but the Fool did come up first. But it is just so lighthearted, and the pastel colors. I wanted something that kind of brought about that joy and that fresh newness of spring, and I think this deck is really good for that. I was in between this and Paulina Cassidy does another deck called the Joie de Vivre Tarot. I was kind of thinking about that one too, and I was also thinking about Shadowscapes, but this is the one I kind of settled on. Because it's not as whimsical as the Joie de Vivre, and not as intense as Shadowscapes, so it was kind of like a middle ground, I guess. Oh, here's the High Priestess. This one's for Arya. There we go. But yeah, I love this deck. I just, I haven't had a chance to really. And it's weird, I'm pulling up all major arcana. Here's Four of Cups. I haven't had a chance to really work with it so much. I've done a few. But I love it. It's pretty, it's light, it's airy, it's kind of everything that I wanted out of a spring tarot. And, yeah, when I did the deck interview for this, it was very much about... this is not a deck to help you figure out how to make money. This is not like there were no pentacles. This was not a grounded, stable kind of deck. This is a deck about inspiration, okay? Lightheartedness, more of an air energy here, which is really cool. I mean, look at the strength. How pretty is this? So yeah, I love it. I want to spend a lot more time. Okay, Eight of Wands, and then I'm done. So yeah, it's a really pretty deck. So, Paulina Tarot. I recommend any of her stuff. It's really pretty. I think she may have a Lenormand deck, if I'm not mistaken. Which would also be fun to use in conjunction with this, because I love using oracles and tarot together. So, okay, now for my Always deck. Now, when I said that I read The Sacred Rose for 10 years until I got my next deck, this was my next deck. So, I've been reading this since my early 20s, okay? This is the deck that I've had the longest. This is the deck that I've carried with me in purses and bags and taken on vacation and taken anywhere. This is the deck that I have spent the most time with, and I feel really incredibly comfortable with this deck. It's not my personal deck. I use this for readings for others a lot. Again, my personal is The Wild Unknown, and that would be kind of like an honorable mention, because it is... I have gotten really attached to it, but this is the Sacred Circle, and it has a very pagan, Wiccan bent to it, which I love. I love pagan-themed decks, because, I'm pagan. So I kind of like having the symbols here that I can relate to. So, and you can actually see, I don't know if you can see, but the edges are all white, and I keep hitting those with a Sharpie every few months to kind of refresh them and make them look a little bit newer, but I just use these so much. These are the ones that I use for people. So, anyways, Six of Cups. Let's see. Oh, Four of Wands. This is a pretty one. And again, it does have that pagan, it kind of brings the element into it, which I love. Because, I don't know, I work with elements. Elements are very comfortable for me because, again, I'm pagan. Let me find Son of Wands. Oh, here we go. This is in place of strength. We've got the Warrior. And I love her. Like, how gorgeous is she? And she's perfect. She's found her strength. She's really good, as far as, like, having found that inner strength, that inner reserve. And she's kind of hot in her leather pants. Like, what's bad? There's no bad here. So, I love this card. So See, I keep pulling up wands. I want to show you something different. Here we go. Two of discs, fluctuation. I do find it kind of weird that that even though it is a pagan deck, that it uses discs instead of pentacles. You would think that it would be very comfortable with a suit of pentacles. But you know, whatever. It's pretty. And the disc suit is also really pretty in this because it's got that nice green border, and there are just so many pictures of beautiful, beautiful landscapes, usually English or Irish landscapes, so that's really cool. Okay, one more. Find something. It's really, oh, here we go. Now this one has like a printing error on it. It's got like a glitch. This is the tower, and if you look, there are lines across it, and it, you know, I don't care because I've been working with this deck so long, I'm just used to it. But it was like a little printing mess up. So, but still, look how pretty it is. You know, look how, I mean, it's the tower. It's terrifying. Obviously, that's, you know, a difficult card to see, but still the art is gorgeous. So, yeah. So, first deck, Sacred Rose. My last deck was the Paulina Tarot, and my always deck is going to be the Sacred Circle. And I keep it in this candle. It was like this was meant to go over a candle, but it works really well as a tarot bag. So that's it. Yeah, like, let me know. Do video responses. The people who did this tag originally are Christine and Celeste, and I can't remember, there's a gentleman's name. They kind of collaborated on this. So, yeah, let me know what your excuse me. Let me know what your first, last, and always tarot decks are. And, yeah, everybody's tagged. So that's it. Hope you guys are having a great day, and blessed be. Bye-bye.